is the result of the farmer's labor throughout the season. Color. The answer will be in today's video. And now, let's follow the journey of American people. How hard did they work to turn the fields into these characteristics in 2024? First, let's go to the zucchini fields. In peak, warm conditions, zucchini will begin to sprout and grow, harvesting millions of tons of agricultural products. To get lush zucchini fruits like these in 7 to 14 days. About 6 weeks after the bright, farmers often mix manure or compost into the soil before planting. Flowers are pollinated by bees. Most varieties take an average of 60 days to mature. Zucchini should be harvested in the summer when they are still tender and slightly immature. This will support the early stages of plant growth and are ready as soon as a week after flowering and are 6 to 8 inches long. Farmers often cut the fruit from the tree with a sharp knife, making it easier to preserve without damaging the plant's soft stem. Because of this, they can leave about 1 inch of fruit stem. If the harvest is at its peak, farmers will prioritize removing large zucchini fruit to reduce the plant's need for moisture and nutrients. The harvest before the first fall frost, because summer zucchini is very vulnerable to frost and heat. At the same time, farmers zucchini can get huge. When the fruit gets too large, the seeds and skin begin to harden. If you don't check the plant daily during harvest, looking under large leaves for hidden. Besides, unpicked zucchini will grow surprisingly quickly within a 24-hour period, making the fruit tough and unpalatable. Will have a continuous harvest throughout the growing season. This will stimulate new blooms and fun. Zucchini is a popular summer squash. Pick zucchini regularly, every day or every other day in warm weather throughout Indiana and the United States. 0.25 to 0.5 pound. Farmers only harvest fruit weighing approximately. On average, there are about 7,500 to 11,000 trees per hectare to avoid bruises, scratches, and nail punctures. Farmers also remove oversized zucchini fruits to maintain the plant's vitality. During the process of cutting zucchini from the tree, zucchini pickers will use carts and wear soft gloves. This man is pouring freshly picked zucchini into water and transported to local markets. After leaving the field, which they rinse to remove dirt and lower their temperature. Immediately after, they are packed into boxes. Is 40 to 55 days, while the entire harvest cycle takes 120, where they are cleaned again. Then, these workers will package and these crates of zucchini are taken to the factory to ensure supply to the market. Farmers safe from planting to first harvest of zucchini. California is also home to 15 to 20%. Goodbye zucchini, let's go to California, where nearly 92% of the broccoli grown in the US is produced to 150 days. Farmers will harvest broccoli immediately is when it is dark green with small type. Farmers find that one of the signs that broccoli is ready to harvest fresh broccoli production on the market. However, broccoli will not bloom all at once. The growing side shoots are capable of forming more oats, so farmers will harvest head of broccoli to avoid bitterness. If it begins to flower or turn yellow like this, flared tips than the middle stem, and of course they are equally. Heat waves lasting more than a week will cause the plant to flower quickly. After a while, farmers will return to harvesting the sides when they reach the ideal color and firmness. After wearing protective hats and jackets and prepare to harvest immediately. These farmers started their day working with broccoli. So, during that period, farmers will have to observe the plant's care. The worker took the head of the broccoli plant, so broccoli has the best flavor. Experienced farmers often choose to harvest in the morning before the soil warms. Tools are usually scissors or sharp knives to avoid damaging the tree trunk. While using the other hand, he stabbed a short knife and pulled it down, depending on the farmer's quick judgment, cutting the leaves off the stem. Then the farmer used a horizontal knife to cut the tip of the tree, leaving only a moderate length. The next closest broccoli is ready to cut immediately. Heads of broccoli. The broccoli stem will be cut to the appropriate length for the customer. An average of 8 hours a day, farmers can cut 11. Farmers say the common stem length is, you see, each cut takes about 3 seconds. Some farmers use highly specialized teams to harvest and mechanized harvesting equipment for grading and profitability depends on only 1 to 2 inches. And of course, long stems will bring higher yields to growers, developing an efficient method for harvesting. So harvesting is one of the biggest production costs. Field-packed broccoli must be delivered to the cooling facility promptly, helping to triple labor efficiency. However, the supporting conveyor system allows workers to pick continuously in as little as 1 hour. At summer harvest temperatures, quality can decline significantly. That comes in a variety of colors, shapes, and sizes. Now we come to a warm season. The total US bell pepper harvest is approximately for any commercial or home farm, 40,900 to 62,080 acres. The popularity of bell peppers has helped them become a profitable business from October to July to ensure they are available on the market year-round. Are the 2 leading states in bell pepper production in the United States. Florida bell peppers are grown by farmers among them, California and Florida. Production include Aladdin area. Their health benefits also increase as they will also popular varieties of bell peppers used and brigadier. Typically, you can expect a healthy crop within 11 weeks of planting, contain more vitamin C as they mature. Many bell peppers that mature on the plant will turn red or yellow. Farmers can use scissors or a sharp knife to cut peppers directly from the plant without causing damage. Once the bell peppers are harvested, the process is not over. In fact, it's just begun. Bell peppers will continue to ripen even after being picked. Farmers are walking along mechanized lines to pick peppers by hand. This is a bell pepper harvest in a field in Gilroy, California. Once they leave the field, bell peppers are quickly transported to processing plants. Store them properly so they don't overcook before hitting the shelves. Here, they are processed to remove dirt from the field, so farmers must take care to cool them. Peppers have a shelf life of approximately 2 to 3 if stored at 40 to 45 degrees Fahrenheit, before being put into packaging or other processing stages. From harvest to consumption, they are finally placed into temperature-controlled or other packages to prevent spillage or tipping. Because bell peppers are so sensitive and easily damaged, any gaps between storage bins are filled with items such as or refrigerated containers in trucks for delivery to stores as possible. In addition, carrots are also crops grown and transported year-round in California. Peppers with 4 main production regions. California produces more than 85% of all carrots grown in the United States. Michigan and Texas are other important carrot-producing states. According to the U.S. Department of Agriculture, in recent years, worth about $500 million. These farmers are harvesting. Now the carrot roots are a good size and still soft. Carrots are usually ready to harvest about 90 days after sowing the seeds. Carrots ranked 17th in California's top 20 livestock and daily crop, all washed and allowed to dry briefly before storing. The farmer pulled gently to lift the roots out of the ground. Normally when harvesting by hand, farmers will choose cool. After cutting off the tops, carrots can be stored with the remaining soil. After observing the crops, farmers realized that carrot roots were quite sensitive to soil compaction. Specifically, in areas where the wheel passes through the ground, tree roots are often difficult to stick down to avoid the roots from overheating in the sun. Farmers often limit moving equipment into carrot fields. Therefore, in the first 3 to 4 weeks, this also reduces the yield of carrots. This is a farmer's machine harvesting session. The harvester loosens the soil, then gently pulls the carrots out of the ground. The tops are discarded to the back of the machine while the carrots move on a conveyor belt and are dumped into trucks. The knives cut off the tops of the carrots as they move inside the machine and save time compared to harvesting by hand. Farmers can focus on other farms. Everything was much easier. In just a few seconds, the carrots were pulled out of the ground. Carrot harvesters help farmers reduce labor. These carrots will be treated in water to remove sand and soil and optimize farmers' profits, and are not damaged. This helps improve the quality of the final products. Besides, it also ensures that the carrots are harvested properly, then go through cleaning and packaging processes. Now we come to peas, the second most valuable canned food. When the warm breeze of spring gradually dispels the harshness of winter after tomatoes in the United States. Farmers typically plant when the average peas are cool weather plants, meaning they thrive in the spring. That's when you see farmers in Montana starting to plant peas. 4 months. Seeds can be sown outdoors 4 to 6 weeks before the last spring frost. Farmers are starting to collect peas. Peas can usually be harvested 12 to 15 weeks after temperature is 75 degrees or cooler, when their pods become plump yet glossy and filled with. Harvesting machines began to roll. It allows farmers to harvest more quickly and effectively tasting beans. In the morning, after the dew has dried, the peas are at their crispiest. This is the right time for farmers to harvest, because the yield is still guaranteed. Most peas growers will choose semi-leafless varieties as they are better able to grow, especially in dry areas, while in regions with higher rainfall, leading to loss and increasing the risk of poor quality seeds. Mature peas plants can wither very quickly if the weather is warm and dry. Harvesting too late and seeds that are too dry will easily break or peel off the seed coat. Summers, short vining varieties are the best choice. Peas farms in eastern Washington are starting to harvest. Therefore, for dry peas fields, farmers will harvest in moist conditions, such as at night or early in the morning when the pods are still wet from dew to minimize seed breakage. Here, farmers rotate the peas crop every year. Peas grown on the farm and delivered to consumers within hours are truly the gems of the garden. Continuously pick fruit to encourage more growth. Ever tasted such fresh beans? Please comment below to let me know. This vegetable is among the top 6 commodities. Goodbye peas, let's go to the lettuce fields that account for the majority of the United States fresh vegetable area or experience. Although lettuce is produced in many states, California and Arizona dominate production, with 375,000 acres. California accounts for 71% of U.S. lettuce production, followed by Arizona, which produces nearly 29%. About 52,000 lettuce plants, with an average yield of 25 to 40 tons high. Farmers grow and harvest lettuce year-round. On this 1-hectare field, farmers have to sell to packaged salad companies, supermarket chains, and food service companies. According to some lettuce farmers, this time of day is perfect. Similar to peas, the ideal time to harvest lettuce is early in the morning before sunrise. Although technological development has helped a lot, bringing lettuce from field to table because the lettuce plants are not exposed to harsh sunlight, still depends largely on manual labor. Farmers stand in the machine's aisle, use their hands to pick up the top part of the lettuce, shake off the outer leaves, and finally throw them on the conveyor belt. Gently push it aside, chop off the stem, then skillfully pound on the core. Farms in Yuma grow large amounts of. The Yuma Valley grows on more than 90,000 acres of land to distribute about 500 million heads of lettuce each year, accounting for 90% of America's greens during the winter months, who accompanied each other for hours. This is the 55th day of the harvest season. About 32 farmers were cutting lettuce, bagging, labeling, and a team of drivers. A busy atmosphere covers the entire field. This is a lettuce harvester equipped with high technology. You can also see it leaves lettuce leaves scattered on the ground. It can turn green fields into neatly stacked boxes, looking like a tornado just passed through the field. But we cannot deny its benefits. With the support of machinery, farmers can pack about 1,500 boxes every day, equivalent to about 63,000 lettuce plants.